know that the cloud storage, whatever you use every day, is actually stored somewhere up in the sky? Is that even safe? What is up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. If you're wondering, the cloud storage which you use every day is stored up in the sky, you're just like the 55% of the people in the world. I mean, the 55% of the people who are wrong. In fact, the cloud storage is somewhere on the earth. Just imagine the cloud storage being somewhere in the sky. How do you even maintain it? Do you send a maintenance team in a rocket to fix it? That's not gonna work. So now we know that they are on earth. But where? Can I go see my pictures? The videos which I uploaded on iCloud, OneDrive, Google Drive or Dropbox? And why are they so cheap? Have you ever wondered if you want to buy a 1 terabyte hard disk drive, it'll cost you $200 to $300, but the cloud is just $1. Human tendency is not to trust something which is cheap. We tend to believe the costlier the product, the better it is. But in this case, why are we going for the cheaper option? Why are we going for the cloud instead of the hard disk drive? Are we getting fooled? What are we missing here? So let's break it down one by one. Let's start. The origin. My theory is that it exists because it's very easy to draw a cloud on a network diagram than to draw this, which is a visual representation of the way how many computers are connected on the internet. There might be a number of reasons, but seriously, one main reason is that in the same way, a normal cloud is a dense cluster of water molecules which might appear as a single object from a distance. A computing cloud, on the other hand, is a dense cluster of computers working together in such a way that, for a normal observer, they appear to be one giant computing resource. So in short, the cloud, the stars like your videos, your pictures, what you think are stored on your phone or your laptop are actually stored in an array of computers which are sharing resources. What are this array of computers which are using the shared resources? If you think they are called cloud storage, you're right. They are cloud storage. So basically, you start off with a free storage you can access anywhere in the world. The catch here is there is no upfront cost to be paid for this, which lets you enter the cloud vortex. So fast forward, you used all your free space which you had provided and you need more space. That is when the money comes into the picture. Now you realize you are in the cloud vortex. The cheapest Apple cloud storage which you can buy is 50 GB for 99 cents per month. But in fact, you're not actually buying it. You are just renting it. Do you think you are owning your pictures? Do you think you are owning your videos? Or are you renting them? But you can't actually buy a small 50 GB hard drive. Even if you buy a small 50 GB hard drive, can you carry them everywhere? No, you can't. So that's when the shared resource come into play. Instead of actually buying a hard drive, you are renting some of the portion of a hard drive, some bandwidth cost of the data center, and some of the power cost of the PC which it is sitting in. That's how the cloud storage works. You don't actually buy, you rent small portions of it. So what about a DIY solution? I can actually buy a 2 terabyte hard drive for $50 right now, instead of renting a 2 terabyte cloud storage which would cost me $50 for 5 months. Instead of paying 5 months rent for the storage, I can invest that money and buy a 2 terabyte hard drive which I can own. Now let's assume that I bought a 2 terabyte hard drive. I have a 2 terabyte hard drive. I can plug this into a SATA port, throw them on RAID 1 and set up a FTP server and forward the appropriate port on my router. Now by doing all this, I have this 2 terabyte reliable storage which I can access from anywhere that actually belongs to me. And I don't even have to pay for it every month. I just bought this storage for myself just for $50. Well, that being said, is cloud storage stupid? Hold on, maybe not. First of all, I don't have to put all my money upfront. Instead, I can spread it out as my need changes. And If you're not sure what I was talking earlier about the RAID, FTP, setting up the IP, you're not alone. Most of the people don't know what it actually is. And people like me who know what it is and who know how to set it up are lazy to do it, I guess. The convenience of having zero hassle sync folder, mobile support, no maintenance costs. On top of that, you won't be limited by the slow speed or the bandwidth issues from your home internet. Did you even know that there are multiple copies of your files on the cloud storage? Even if there was a natural disaster which will burn down the entire cloud storage, theoretically, you shouldn't lose any of your files. How cool is that? You can't do that at home, can you? Talking about safety, this is how a cloud storage looks like. This is how secured it is. In other words, this is how your pictures and videos look like from outside and how secure they are. It's just row upon row upon row of machines all working together to provide the service that you need. What you're seeing right now is just one node in the larger network of the data center all over the world. And very few percentage of employees are authorized to enter this data center. And guess what? These things needs to be up and running 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And protecting y'all's information is a design criteria for them. There are multiple layers of higher level security. The closer you get into the campus, just to enter the campus, you should be on a pre-authorized list. And to come into the building, there is another level of security. They have an intrusion detection system via laser beam. Imagine a laser beam passing all over the data center. It's like a maze. You can't get in, nobody can get in and steal your hard drive full of pictures. And it's actually true that sometimes the hard drive fails. It should be replaced or upgraded as they are no longer efficient to run. This is what happens when a hard drive fails in a cloud storage. A hard drive filled with your pictures or videos. First of all, they'll disable the laser beams and someone has to manually go pick up the failed drive and bring it to the ultra secured cage where they are erased and crushed into pieces if necessary. And any device which is not identified as 100% clean, they are brutally crushed and they are taken into industrial wood chopper where they are shredded into little pieces like this. How crazy is that? You want to listen something which is crazier than this? Let's do this. Now imagine, over the years, you might have accumulated your pictures and videos, which might be probably around 2 terabyte. You'd be paying $20-$30 every month, which is probably not that expensive. Oh, and by the way, right now, a 2 terabyte hard drive, if you want to buy for yourself, will cost you probably $50. Imagine your cloud service provider comes to you and says that we are upgrading all our storage and we're implementing new technology, and they'll have to bump up the cost to accommodate this. Now, you're asked to pay $200 every month just to keep your pictures and videos on cloud storage. What would you do now? Are you ready to pay $200 every month just to keep your pictures and videos on the internet, on a cloud storage? So you decide, oh, let me just copy all my pictures and videos from the cloud storage to a hard disk drive. So at that point, the hard drive cost would be so much expensive. Do you want to waste time downloading 2 terabyte of data from the cloud and copying it over the hard disk? Or do you want to copy all your photos and videos to a hard disk starting now? You decide what you want to do. You have two options. Either pay someone to keep your data safe or buy a hard drive now and keep them safe yourself. Now the choice is yours. Keep thinking.